Hi guys, look here. I'm gonna make this video on how I do the painting. Let me move these out of the way here. How I paint my tiles. Let me turn the light on here. Okay, and I'm going to do that with this tile here. Okay, I'm going to do that with this tile here. So let me get things ready to go, and I'll be right back with you. I got to take the cover off the Glowforge and get it ready. Okay, so we have the Glowforge fired up. I have Glowforge pulled up. I like to take my tray out when I'm going to be using the clips in here. This is masked. This has nothing but the effects that the glue has when the laser burns it, when it etches into the tile. That's the color it comes out. It comes out a gray color. Okay, now this, if you'll look here, this is really red. If you look here, that's more of a burgundy. The red versus the burgundy. Same pen. This wasn't masked, this was. So the masking gives me a little different color shade. If I want my red to turn burgundy, then I just mask it. If I want my red to be red, then I won't mask it. So let's go over here. Let me get this out and get my fixture set up in here, and I'll be right back. Okay, when I'm using the clips, I can get the clips in there easier with the table on my workbench than I can if I have this thing in the machine. I'm liable to hit the head on it or something. Just be very cautious. And I can put 4 tiles at one time in here, but I'm not going to do that right now. Or I could put a 6x6 in the middle. So the 6x6 will fit in the middle. And the 4x4s will fit here. Okay, so let me get this thing buttoned down, and I'll be right back. Okay, so doing this outside, there's really no chance on me hitting the head. Trying to mess around in there, putting this in. I just have 3 here, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Right here. That's so when sometimes a tile might be a little tight and a little snug, and I don't want to move. All these are already masked, so I don't want to move them. I don't want to move the fixture. See, that one goes right in. It's pretty tight, but it goes right in. Now we're going to let it, whoops, I'm going to close the front door. Then I'm going to close the lid. Alright, let this thing get ready and I'll be right back. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention one thing. I like to zoom in real tight. When it gets done focusing, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I like to zoom in real tight when I'm placing my artwork on the tiles. That way I can get really, really close to center. And most of them are pretty doggone close to center. Okay, it's focusing. Okay, now it's ready. And being that, if you'll notice right here and right here, my 2 wide points, I want to keep those centered. So let me go ahead and zoom in. I'm at 250 now. Let me move this up so I can get here. And go here. I'm going to hit Control A, which will select all. And I'll come out to the side. I can't see my buttons on the bottom because the camera is shooting and it's bright on that side and the bottom. So now I'll pull my buttons out to the side and I'll kind of get those centered this way. It looks like it needs to go down 1 click. Okay, it looks centered that way. Now I can see the top, and I can also see the deer's antlers. So let me go out to the side here and just kind of compare it to the edge. That looks pretty close. And like I say, I am zoomed into 250 right here. And I'll just let it run right there. So let me go ahead and set my process time. See how long it's going to take to run this. I think this one here is like 20 minutes. I'm at 558 at 81 power, and I'm doing 207. It's 26 minutes on this one. Yeah, there's a lot of detail on this thing. So it's saying it's magic time. Look how quick that was. I'm using my Wi-Fi from the house, and I'm like 150 feet from my house. Of course, now I have a strong router too. So anyway, here's my exterior fan. I started up. I run both fans, and I never smell anything in here. I have it going out my window. And right here, I'll show you this setup. It's over here. Around the machine. I just have no tape here because if it gets cold, I'm gonna take that a little. Even though I covered the machine and I have heat, here's my heat source. So, all right, she's ready to roll. I don't mind the noise. I'm in the shop by myself, so it doesn't matter. So let's rock and roll. I'm running both fans. Okay, here she goes. She's firing off now. And I'll see you guys in 26 minutes. Okay, she just finished. Let me cut this fan off. Get her out. There she is. You'll notice she's gray. I have it masked. I'm gonna go ahead and shut my lid. I don't like to leave it open. Okay, let me get the camera set up so I can show you doing this. I'll be right back. Okay, I've chosen red, green, and blue. And these are just regular opaque painter's markers. And the reason I chose these Elmers is because it says permanent. Okay, and they're relatively cheap. First off, we're going to take the masking off. Comes off rather quickly. You're not going to hurt the ceramic. This is glazed tile. You won't hurt it. I'm going to try to stay in front of the camera. And I'm sorry for the hand being in the way, but it's just, I'm left-handed. Southpaw. Okay, I'm thinking that you can see it. My camera's got a pretty wide angle on it. First thing I do is clean it with alcohol. Just regular isopropyl alcohol. It doesn't matter. You can use denatured, whatever. It just doesn't matter. Because I never leave a bottle just sitting around. Always cap it. Put it away. Now I'm going to use the denatured alcohol to clean the etched area. And that's going to make sure that I have all my tape off. I like to spin it 4 times. Well, spin it 3 times. I'm going to give it a second to dry. I'm going to start in the middle, work my way out. I do not worry about being in the lines. Okay, so just making sure that I've got everything etched, covered in blue, that I want covered in blue. Not hitting any of the deer around it, because they're not going to be blue. Those deer are going to be green. And then I'll go in here and hit these square snowflakes. Like I said, my wife and I are retired photographers, and we will be getting into etching photos on wood. We have a lot of our old clients that we've already talked to that want that. See, I'm just setting a bunch of paint in here. I'm gonna let it dry. Okay, so I'll be right back when I get this blue done. Okay, the blue is done. My blue ink pen away, my blue paint pen away. Now the only thing left to color are the deer. And you'll see right there, if you're looking, now I don't have very much room, and I'm gonna be hitting that blue paint. And it's okay if you don't get full coverage the first time, because then you can come back and just touch up the areas that didn't get hit, and that's fine. So let's go with the green. Let me get a rag and get that blue paint up right here. Well, I didn't get it up. Let's spread it out. Let's paint the countertop. That's what I like about having wood workbench. Shake your pins. Of course, I've already shaken them. But let me get over here. You'll see here. Okay, we're just about done. Okay. We are done. This is terrestrial. Okay, we're going to give this thing about 20 minutes to dry, and I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so we're dry enough to do this. I like to scrape the paint off, do the deer showing up. Let me get the paint scraped off. Now I like to, if you'll notice, this paint when it dries, it wipes right off this glazed surface. Sorry, it's text. The reason I did this one is because there's so much detail in this mandala. So there it is. Let me bring this light over a little closer. There it is. I'll touch up here, I'll touch up there, here. Alright guys, there you have it. That's how I do all my tiles, and it works fine for me. No glazing necessary, no clear coat necessary. If you clear coat over the top of this glazed finish, it's gonna make it dull. But anyway, there you go. Appreciate you watching, and until next time, have a good one. Adios.